The Social Democratic Party Christian Democratic Union government is in power. We will end up paying a lot for nuclear power, but we won't actually build it ourselves. That's how it is in Rhineland-Palatinate. No, people don't even want to be seen with Lars Klingbeil there anymore, because now they're making policies against their own party. So this will continue until the elections are over, and there have been brutal attacks, and now they're telling us that Islam will get a holiday here. Yes, all of that is in the top topics this morning. I'm a bit late today, still because of my cold. I'd say let's jump right into the first topic now.
The Social Democratic Party and Christian Democratic Union coalition in Brandenburg has passed its last hurdle.
So it's official in Brandenburg, you're getting the Black-Red coalition. Because of course they don't want you to get the same thing again in Rhineland-Palatinate before the elections. That's what they've decided now. They don't even want to see the finance minister at the elections anymore in order to maybe still win them. With a little bit of luck, I'd say that's included.
Nothing comes by itself and only little lasts. So remember your strength and that every time needs its own answers.
By the way, thanks to YouTube, my content isn't really liked anymore. May I kindly ask you for one thing? Would you maybe leave me a like and a subscription so we can help this channel grow again? YouTube definitely thinks that my videos shouldn't be shown anymore, because you might find out the truth about what things are really like here, especially in Germany. Thank you so much. By the way, he didn't say that shortly before his death. They deceive people, strip them down to their underwear, raise taxes to the extreme, and gag the people here. And let all kinds of people into this country who cause fear and terror. No, dear Social Democratic Party, that's not what he said. He actually said that you should remember what you used to do back when you were still electable. Maybe even the top candidate understood that for a brief moment, right before the elections, and thinks, well, until election day, I could just do something differently. Namely, focus on our strengths with Wojtki. Now, I'm running a campaign focused on the candidate, which is much easier.
The main issue is that if we're not seen in people's daily lives anymore, there are reasons for it.
Yeah, actually, people just hate you, that's all. Just as a side note. People actually don't want the Social Democratic Party anymore because they reject your citizens' income policy and the fact that you don't want to deport people even though they've committed serious crimes.
Of course, everyone knows that I'm a social democrat. I wear it openly too. But I also want to make it clear, the country comes first, then the party. In these times, we need decisive policies, and that's more important to people than party colors.
Then why is he in the party? I mean, do you still believe the nonsense they're spouting? Do you seriously believe he doesn't have a left-wing party membership? Do you seriously believe he would rebuild AKBS? Do you seriously believe that he will, let's say, push for deportations? I don't believe that. You can tell me a lot of things, but by now, after the last elections, I don't believe in anything anymore. I think they'll just blackmail the Christian Democratic Union later so that they can just keep doing left-wing politics. That's my opinion. Could we actually prove the opposite, of course?
I come from a generation that learned that German special paths lead us to misfortune.
Are you also from this newspaper, just by the way? I mean, we're the ones paying the most to Ukraine. We pay the most into the European Union in general, and we get the least out of it. But all right, let's look at a slightly different aspect. Now we're going to pay for nuclear power plants. Yes, so with our taxes, we're now going to build new nuclear power plants in Europe. But if you thought they were going to build them here in Germany, then you're mistaken, because we're taking a special path. We're just going to pay for them for the other countries so that they can now have clean, great nuclear power. And yes, we're going to have them built all around Germany. I hope contracts have been signed. As someone said in one of my comments, if one of those things back there blows up, Germany definitely won't be affected. So the nuclear cloud will just stop right at the border. That's obviously total nonsense and rubbish, especially when it comes to these so-called safe things. Let's take a look at Chernobyl. Let's take a look at Fukushima. Chernobyl was old. Fukushima was caused by tectonic plates shifting. So anyone who wants to be precise, or rather wants to understand the whole thing, knows that we're not on a tectonic plate here. And when was the last time we actually had one? An earthquake, a tsunami, or similar flooding doesn't count because you can simply protect these nuclear power plants from that, or rather build them in such a way that they're not in flood-prone areas.
The Day Against Islamophobia will be celebrated as a public holiday in Berlin for the first time this year on March 15th.
Are you guys seriously messing with me? Are you all out there seriously messing with me? Why is this happening? Huh? A holiday, so a day of Islamophobia in Germany. Do you want me to tell you what kind of images come to my mind when I think about Islamophobia? Yes, of course it has increased, let's be honest. And no, this is about Islamism. In the first case, just so people don't get offended again, it's not about Islam in general, it's about the people who don't want to adapt here or who completely go off the rails. But hey, I'll just show you a video from yesterday to help you understand the whole thing a bit better.
The officers were attacked by unknown individuals with pepper spray and punches, and then were taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
Honor killings in Germany and so much more. And when will there actually be a holiday for Germans who died at the hands of completely disturbed people? Well, if we celebrate one thing, then we should celebrate the other as well. I think we could definitely add at least 2, 3, or even 4 more holidays for that. So if we're going to start with such nonsense now, yeah, then I really have to say, then let's just get started. All the murdered victims, like Anne-Marie, for example, think, yes, that's just the perpetrator's image again. I mean, you can see for yourselves, it definitely wasn't Christian and Michael who just had a really bad day on the train and attacked some conductor. These perpetrators fit perfectly into a box again because they don't have white Michael's skin color. And with that, we have to assume again that these were people who are highly aggressive and ready to attack. I would say yes, and that's exactly the point why I say that's complete nonsense. What just happened in Neukölln, yes, also with the Muslims back there, yes, they just swept the whole thing under the rug. I reported on it in great detail. And now they even want to establish a holiday for these people. You know what, dear left, dear Social Democratic Party, you are so pathetic, yes, but now you're making your own policies and not the policies for the party anymore. Then, and I really have to tell you this, just finally leave the Social Democratic Party and show the Germans your true face. That your country, that you're making policies for this country and not against it. And, well, the worst thing is really the lies, the people who vote for you, they still believe all of it.